Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Are you looking to sell your home in the near future, or you're ready to list it tomorrow and you're just kind of wondering on some tips that can help you have a quicker sale in this crazy Edmonton market? Then you've come to the right place. Yes, this is a seller's market, but there are still homes hitting the market every single day, and it is important to get your home on the market and in front of as many people as possible and not being kind of hidden underneath the other homes that are hitting the market. So if you're wondering on how you can get your home to stand out and have a quicker sale, then please follow along. We're going to be going into some essential tips, and hopefully we can get your home to sell a little bit quicker than you were anticipating. Welcome back to our channel. My name's Madison Brown. I'm with Kick Realty and the Edmonton Dream Living team. And this channel is all about anything you need to know real estate, whether you're buying, you're selling, or you're just exploring the possibility of homeownership. Then we're here to guide you through every step of the way. So let's get into it. What's the first thing that you look at when you pull up a house on realtor.ca or any of the other platforms you use? I'll give you a second. Well, if you said pictures, then I do too. Almost everyone looks at the pictures first before they even look at the description, the address. If it has a finished basement, if it has a fenced backyard, they're looking at the pictures. And the reason being is that this is an important part. You want to know what the house looks like. You want to know the condition of the house. Maybe if you're not looking to paint right away, you don't want a house that has bright blue or red walls. So looking at the pictures is one of the first things that almost everyone does. And that's why it's really, really important that when your house hits the market, that it stands out because of the pictures. So staging your home is something that I highly recommend, and us at the Edmonton Dream Living team, we do stage all of our listings, and it does really make a difference. If your realtor doesn't stage, no problem, you can do it yourself. I think just going through your house and making sure that everything that's out, it needs to be out. If it doesn't, if you haven't used it in the last 6 months, or you're not planning on using it, if it's an air fryer or a toaster that can be hidden away, then put those things in cupboards or in your basement if you can, and just declutter as much as possible. People want to envision themselves in the house, and if there's so much stuff that you can't even get past looking at it, then it's not going to make your house stand out, especially when people are looking at the pictures. So decluttering as much as possible. Maybe if you have really bright walls and you have the time and the budget to paint to a more neutral color, in my opinion, I think it does make the world of difference. And just going through your house and maybe rearranging to make a room look bigger. All these tiny little things that I'm talking about do really make a difference, especially when, like we talked about, everyone looks at the pictures before the description. Tip number 2 is price your house right. It's definitely gonna depend on the market. Right now we're seeing homes that are able to be priced a little bit higher, but it is really important to look at the comparables in the area and price based on that. If you are pricing your house $20,000 more than a comparable in your neighborhood, it's going to sit on the market a little bit longer. It is definitely better to price it at a competitive number, and you will have maybe a little bit more chance of getting multiple offers than pricing it really high and having it sit on the market. I usually tell my clients, if we hit the market and we haven't had one showing, or we've had very, very limited showings within the first week or two, it's time to start talking about a price reduction. And that's the worst thing. You don't want to reduce the price on a house because it looks like it can't sell. Why aren't people buying this house? So pricing it right, it really limits the amount of times that you have to take a price reduction. Now again, I know this market is a little bit different. We're seeing very heavy sellers market, and homes are going at crazy amounts. But like I said, if you price it competitively, you have a higher chance of multiple offers and it's selling over listing price. So when we rather that than for our house to kind of sit on the market, and in today's market or any market, the days on the market is very important. If your home's been on the market for 30 days in a crazy busy market like this, people might start wondering, why has it not sold? Is there something wrong with it? So again, pricing it right is extremely important, and your realtor can help you do that by pulling comparables in your area and looking at homes that have sold recently that compare to yours. Number 3, professional photos or videos. So when you're listing your house, we've talked about the importance of pictures and how everyone's first thing that they usually look at is sliding through the pictures. You want to make sure that your home is caught in the right light, the right pictures are being taken, and I mean, yes, you can do some nice pictures on your iPhone or your camera, but hiring a professional to do that is really going to make yours stand out from people who maybe didn't hire a professional. Your realtor is usually able to provide that for you. That is definitely a good question to ask if that's something that they provide. A videographer, photographer will come in, take pictures, take maybe some drone footage, a video of the house to really show your house in the best lighting, to the best of its ability. Because again, we can't stress enough how much pictures on MLS in any market are going to make your house stand out amongst others. So that is an extremely important thing to think about. Now, we talked about the importance of your house and the interior of your house, but also the exterior is really important because first impressions do matter when your home's being showed to clients. We want them to walk in and not be like, oh, why is that there? Or it's kind of a mess out here. Like, we want them to have the best experience because first impressions are everything. So cleaning up your exterior, I mean, it's definitely harder in the winter, but maybe shoveling a pathway for them to get to the house, shoveling off the deck for them to be able to go outside and look at the backyard. If it's the summertime or the springtime, it's a little messy. Maybe let's get rid of the weeds, let's get rid of the extra dirt. If there's garbage around or you have stuff just laying around that doesn't have to be, again, let's hide that. Let's put it in the garage or somewhere that it's not your first thing you look at. And it comes back to pictures too. When we're doing exterior pictures, we don't want the first thing that these people are seeing is garbage or your garbage cans or just a mess of a front yard, because that is something that will draw people's attention. So going outside, maybe even taking a picture yourself and thinking, okay, maybe I can hide that, clean this up a little bit. It doesn't have to be to the point where you're completely redoing your entire exterior, but just maybe cleaning it up, making it look a bit better will really make it stand out in the market. Number 5 is being as flexible and accessible as you can be. So when you list your home on the market, you will have showings. And I usually recommend to my clients that you make it as open as possible. Yes, there's going to be times where you're not going to be able to get out of your house, especially if you have kids or animals, but trying to be as accessible as possible will really help, because if we have to only limit showings to between 5 and 7 in the evening, or we're not able to show on the weekends, it limits the amount of people that will look at your house, because we have people now coming out of province who've booked a week here or a few days here and they need to get in and see the house before they go back. So if we're only limiting it to certain times during the day or even just certain days, it will limit the amount of people that walk through your house. And within that first week, as I explained, days on market is extremely important. We want as many people to walk through your house as possible. So I always say to my clients, if you absolutely can't, let me know. But if we can try everything in our power to let them walk through, average showing is 8 minutes. So even if you can take those animals for a little walk, take your kids to the park for 15 minutes, and we can always ask the buyer's agent who's showing the house to text us as soon as they're out. So you might not even have to be out of the house for more than 15 minutes. So again, being as accessible and as flexible as possible is really important to get as many people through to see your beautiful home. We've talked about 5 great tips to getting your home sold as quick as possible. Now, these might seem like they're small, or they also might seem overwhelming to you, but they do really make a difference in how fast your home is going to sell. Again, we can't promise that your house is going to sell in 5 days and 10 days, but we want to make sure that we do everything in our power to make it so that it sells as quick as possible. So following these 5 tips is definitely going to make your house stand out amongst others who aren't maybe looking at these tips, or that doesn't really make sense to them. So really narrowing down, if you can get some professional pictures done, if you can clean your house up, make it as decluttered as possible before you hit the market, is definitely a great thing to think about. If you have any questions, or you would like some further tips, or you're curious what your home is worth in this market, all my contact information is in the description and I would love to chat. I hope this video was helpful and I can help you maybe get your home sold a day quicker. If you could hit the like button, subscribe, and the bell notification to be notified when we have a new video hitting the channel, that would be amazing. And other than that, have a great day and we'll see you in the next video.